let's go fishing. Oh, a bit of water flow, pretty good. Alrighty. Oh, it's bloody hot. Alrighty. Now let's get that plastic in the water. See if we can pick up a bream. G'day guys, welcome to another episode. Today we're chasing some bream on some soft plastics and lures. Today the whole point of it is to try different lures, styles of soft plastics, jig heads, all sorts of lures, and we're going to try a different environment to see what lures work the best for the bream in this river system. So I have had a few sessions with getting only one fish, sometimes no fish. So it's very tricky in here. So I'm trying to figure out the algorithm to get these fish using the right gear. So just then we did manage a nice little bream. I'll show you the clip now. Fish on, guys. I actually moved to this little pontoon, working that little plastic, and a little bream got it. That is awesome. Look at that. Stoked with that. That's a donut saver. I lost a few lures, but that's a result. Just using that little plastic on a really ultralight jig head. Yes, we did it, guys. Got a nice little bream there on that little soft plastic. So let's chuck it back. Off she goes. That is sweet as. And we did go through a couple of lures within structure, so we lost a fair bit of lures, but that's bream fishing for you when you're fishing structure. So now we're just going to continue using the soft plastic for a really light jig head that we found working the best. So we're just going to continue using that and see what we can manage. So I'm just going to drop the plastic on the end side of the platform. Just let it sink down to the bottom, that light jig head. Hey, how's it going? A few little twitches. I think he's excited as much as I am. Right, now we'll try looking along that bank there. So we've got a couple of hours to fish today. Not too much, but we're fishing in the afternoon and it's a nice sunny day, so the water's really warm. It's low tide too, so the banks are warm from the sun's heat. So the bait fish are along the banks and those bream won't be too far away from them. What should we try? Bring a couple of new packs of plastics too. Wonder which one we should try, the worm or like a yabby sort of profile. Let's give the yabby one a go first. So let's have a look at this. Oh yes, it's like a little yabby kind of. If you work it like that, then it should be irresistible for the bream if they're feeding on more crustaceans than anything else. So first we're going to line it up. Pretty much comes next to the last set of legs. Let's just put it through. Pop it through here. Push it all the way. There we have it. all rigged up, ready to go. I might put a little bit of scent and then we're set. There's a lot of bait. I'm not sure if you guys can see that. There's a bit of bait there. The water's very warm at the moment, so fish should be pretty active. How's this work in the water? We'll give it a crack, see how we go. If it was going to work for the bream here, it'd work for those really bigger sized fish. Decent sized plastic, so it's like I think it's a 3-inch. See the difference between Colorado sunnies. I'm not sure if you guys can see that. Little mullet just there. Handy tip for you guys, since the current's going that way, especially the bream, they'll swim against the current. So if you chuck your bait or lure or anything, you want to chuck it in front of it so it goes down the water column and then it just bumps right into it. You can go the other way, but I don't really like to, because then you'll be coming from the back end of it and yeah, it decreases the chance of the fish seeing it. Now the tide's actually an outgoing, so from now to about 6 o'clock it's going to be extremely low. Alrighty, where to now? There's a fair bit of people fishing the bridge. I don't want to go there. Alrighty guys, there's a fair bit of bait around. Tide's really low. I'm just going to show you something. Not sure if you can see that. There we go. There's actually a tree in the water, so there's a lot of structure here. So I've got snagged before, so at least I know what it's like when the tide's a bit high now. So since that, oh, I think there's some big bream there, guys. I'm pretty sure I can see a big bream. So I'm just going to work along this this dead tree in the water, the plastic, and hopefully there's some interested bream around and should get 1 or 2. Already lost 2 lures, guys. That's the downside, chasing these fish with structure. Might try something a little bit different. Wonder what we should try. We'll try a little grub, I reckon. We've got our little grub on. Give that a go. Another lure gone. So now we're trying a crab sort of imitation lure here. It's kind of like a soft plastic. It's with hidden weight in it, so I'm just going to let that sink down. Never used it before. Put a bit of scent on it, so I'm just going to let it sit on the bottom for a little bit. Normally bream whack crab imitated lures on the drop, but nothing this cast here. There's definitely a lot of fish here. That's the difference between bait and lures in this particular river. Alrighty, that crab lure didn't work, so now we've got a little Daiwa double jointed lure in a gold cast, so give that a go. Just got to keep trying, keep losing gear, and soon enough we will get a fish. So this one's actually a floating minnow. So I've got to retrieve it a fair bit to get it down there. Alrighty, no luck with all those lures. I'm changing to a really light jig head with that soft plastic I started off at the start. So to put the soft plastic on, first line it up, see roughly where it's going to come out. So it's pretty much going to come out where those two eyeballs are. So we just put it right through the center, the back end. We make it come out where those eyeballs are. There we have it, all rigged, ready to go. Whack some scent on it, and yeah. Just dunk it in there, rub it in. Should be enough. So the game changer could be using a really light jig head, which most of the cases that's the go-to option. Alright guys, I'm trying absolutely everything. So now I'm going to try this gulp turtleback. Put it about there. Just cut that off, just make it a bit smaller. Losing a lot of lures too, so it's not as simple as you think fishing the Maribyrnong for bream. So that's perfect there. So it comes out at that dot. Run it through. That should be perfect. There we are. Really weird to fish. There's one right on that log there. It's dropping down. And I'm talking like a whole school, not just one fish. And still, no takers. Oh, look at that, guys. There's a massive tree sunken in the water. Put the lens on for you guys just in case you can't see. Not sure if you guys can see that. But there's a big tree out in the open here. Give it a crack in there. Alright guys, now I'm going to show you the difference between lures and bait. Alrighty, let's say the difference between bait and lure. Can you believe there's a fish already on it? Already on it. Watch this, guys. If it's a decent fish, I'll get him. Got him on. Oh no, he's around the structure already. I was just about to say that. Wow, he really went through that structure. Alrighty guys, wasn't much happening down where we were, so I'm going to make a move. At least it's a bit protected from the wind, and give it a go here, probably for half an hour. Hopefully we can pick up a fish or two, and that will conclude the session. So definitely, bloody ants. So definitely bait's the go-to for fishing the Maribyrnong. Yes, you can get them on lures, but you're going to be sacrificing quite a fair bit of gear, especially if you're fishing with instruction. So if I'm fishing the Yarra and other water and estuaries I'd use lures, but for this river system here, sticking with bait. That way I can get more awesome content and more fish on camera for you guys. Yep, fish is on this. It's eating it now. There we go. Oh, it's a nice fish. It's a really nice fish. Have a go at that. Already a nice brim. That is good fish. Here's a good one. Just gonna go down here. He engulfed it. Look at that. Pinned in the corner of the jaw. Got 6 pounds, so I should be able to lift him up. And there we have it. An awesome black brim. Look at that. Such cool fish. So that yellow in his tail, blue nose. That's how you know there's some good fish. Well, I've never seen that. There's actually ducks eating bait fish. That's how much bait fish there are. Just pinned in the corner of the jaw. Stoked with that. And that's the difference between bait and lures. Bait will always win, especially in this water system. If I'm going Gippsland way, lures all the way. But for now, happy with bait because it's producing fish. Alrighty, it's probably going to be a bit slippery in here. Oh, there's a lot of moss and I'm holding the plant. Oh, it's actually a bit slippery. Sorry about that grass in the way, it's between my legs. Oh, Jesus. Wow, I got soaked. But happy with her. And at least she's kicked off strong. Oh, flick it back out again. There could be a chance next episode, guys, we're going to target some mullet. And I might even bring my bigger rod. Might chuck a live mullet out. And maybe then we might hook up to a dewy, but pushing luck there. But maybe next episode we might chase some mullet in this river system and then we'll change it up. Yep, there's another fish on it. Got him on. There's a lot of mullet here and I'm just teasing the mullet and the brimmer underneath them. So what you need to do is just drop your bait in and the brim come out and just say, oh, that's mine, mate. And here we go. Another nice little brim there. Little cracker. Ready? Off he goes. Watch how easy it is to get a mullet. Oh wow, I hooked a mullet. So these are the mullet, guys. Perfect dewy, perfect snapper size bait. Bloody awesome. Since I'm not actually chasing mullet today, I'm just going to let this guy go. Come on, he just needs to get his oxygen back. Look at that. It's cool as. He just needed his oxygen back. And off he goes. Oh, now these mullet are being a pain. Normally I actually target the mullet, and when I don't target the mullet, they turn to be a pain. Oh, yes, they just got scared. There must be a brim. Yes. Oh, he whacked it. Yeah, there's a brim on it. Oh, look at all the flashes. There's brim everywhere, guys. Come on, take it, take it, take it. There we go. Oh my God. Look at all the mullet going crazy too. Look at that. That's how I like fishing. It's got some mullet around and you know when the fish are gonna where they're gonna be. just pinned too on that tiny, tiny hook. Look at that hook. Just pinned there in its lip. Pin just out like that. Another nice fish. All right guys, we're gonna make a move. Did a couple hours. We tried soft plastic, so many lures. We couldn't get the fish to bite. Actually, we got one small one. It's all right, but we lost a lot of gear. So I'd rather use a bit of bait and, you know, catch a lot of bream rather than 0 or 1 or 2 fish on lures, plus losing a lot of gear. So that's bait fishing versus lure fishing. Bait wins big time. Yes, lures work too, but you're gonna sacrifice a bit of gear. So anyway guys, hope you like this little episode, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button to see more episodes coming your way. And I'll see you guys in the next one.